Out to his younger brother, whose death during a wrestling stunt has left him searching for answers.
I've always wanted to go, what the hell were you thinking about when you did that? Where was I?
Bret the Hitman Hart has been a wrestling legend for more than 20 years. He has millions of fans around the world who have cheered his successes, but few know of the tragedy and pain he suffered outside the ring.
Okay, immediately, one comes as mom. Understood?
Yes.
Your mother speaks of passing, but not that long ago. Understood?
Yes.
She states she's still considered a new arrival. But your mother admits, she says, during the ordeal, she wasn't afraid. Understood?
Yeah.
She's a real trooper, as she puts it.
My mom passed away barely a month ago, and it just seemed like she was talking to me the same way she always has. The term that my mom had used for trooper is a word that my mom would have referred to herself as, a trooper, for sure.
She speaks of your life being demanding, yes? Understood?
Yeah.
Because, as she puts it, it's as if you lead a double life. It's not that you lead a double life. It's just that you may want to be one place, but something has to be somewhere else.
Yeah.
And that's what she means by a double life.
As a son of a wrestler and then growing up to be a wrestler in a profession where you knew it was never real, but to everyone else that talks to you, it is real. I can sort of say like Batman almost. You put the costume on, and you go out and you do the whole thing, and then you come back and you're Bruce Wayne.
Your mother talks about her family always suffering from a lack of communication.
Yeah.
It wasn't a normal American family, by any means. It's a dysfunctional family, as your mother states. It's like the Titanic, every man for himself.
There's 12 kids in the family, almost one after another. We lived a very bizarre life. Even as kids, we grew up in a house that, you know, we used to call it the Munster house. We didn't have much in the way of neighbors. We just had each other. As kids, I think we fought and loved each other a lot. And it makes for a funny existence, I guess, just that.
She also remarks that there is jealousy around you, understood?
Yeah.
Because all green appears around you, and she shows me the scene out of Gone with the Wind where Scarlett says to Rhett, I wanted everybody to be pea green with envy. It's not that you wish that, but unfortunately, jealousy and resentment is directed at you, and just wants to make sure you understand it's not your fault.
I have a couple of siblings that are very much like jealous of me, and I feel bad, I think, sometimes for it, because it's almost like you're made to feel guilty for being successful or something sometimes, which is something I've talked to my mom about a lot.
Now, don't misunderstand what I'm about to say, but your mother just showed me a scene out of the movie 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. In other words, she's trying to tell me there's a lot of brothers.
7 brides for, yeah, well, I've got 7 brothers, or had 7 brothers.
Because your mom admits when she was on the earth, she did live as a bereaved mother, yes?
Yes.
Because she says she knew what it was like to lose a child. She speaks about the loss of a child twice. Understood?
Yes.
She says the 2 sons are here with me. All these people seem to feel that there's just issues that need to be tied up.
We'll have more with Bret Hart after this.
My brother
There's 2 males claiming that they're brothers to you. Yeah, one brother comes forward claiming that he feels he could have been closer. Understood?
Yeah.
He admits having a great deal of problems on the earth that got in the way. Yeah, you and this one brother must have definitely conflicted, understood? Because he goes, the bucking of heads.
My brother was Dean. He was sort of my closest brother as a kid growing up. And then as we got older, we weren't that close anymore. And then he eventually passed away. I've always felt like what happened with my brother Dean, there was nothing I could do. I don't know if we butted heads quite as much, but I could see my brother Dean thinking we did. I could see him thinking that all the way.
Yeah, but your brother does talk of a gap, understood?
Yes.
Between you and he. Because he just tells me to tell you I forgive and hope you do too. Understood?
Yeah.
Now, your other brother does draw close, understood?
Yes.
Because there's one that there's a gap with, and yet there's another one that there's closeness with.
Yes.
Because your other brother comes to you, if I didn't know better, well, actually he is emotionally your best pal. He comes to you as a good friend.
My brother Owen was talked into doing a stunt where they wanted to be released from a top of the ceiling in the Kemper Arena in Kansas City. They dropped him 78 feet to his death with no safety cables or anything. He died in the ring, and it's so unlike him. I've always wanted to go, what the hell were you thinking about when you did that, you know? Where was I, you know? And I carry that around.
Your other brother states you actually, you kind of babied him, understood?
Yes.
Because he looks upon you in a fatherly manner, understood? Because he keeps hugging you as his dad, his brother, his friend, that you made such a difference in his life for the time he was here on the earth, as he states. And he just wants to make sure that you do not forget that, because he has not forgotten it.
When I think of my brother Owen, I think of all times. I think I taught him how to tie his shoelaces. I taught him how to play cowboys in India. I taught him, without ever realizing it, I think everything I did, I think he tried to emulate or do as well or do better than me.
Because he does thank you for taking care of him, understood? For the brother that you babied, you're like his hero.
And we had some very intimate conversations of how much he looked up to me and how proud he was of me, and I think all the great things that I've been blessed with in my career, you know, all the championships and the matches and the cities and the places, and I always imagined someday I would sit on my porch and the only one that I could really talk to it probably would have been my brother Owen.
And both brothers remarked that in your loss of them and your mother, you've had to suffer in silence. You just, again, it's almost like the feeling of the expression, life stinks and then you die. That you've thought that, like, you know, all right, well, they're gone, you know, and you can never make things better. And as your brothers state, no, it's never too late to make things better, and they're glad that they have the opportunity to do so. But the crowd of people that were here are telling me they're pulling back from me, and they do ask that you continue to pray for them. And at the times when you feel that you may be alone, just think back to today when you're overwhelmed with people who cherish you from the next stage of life until we meet again. And with that, they step aside, and there they go.
It's kind of like what I thought it would be. I was hoping I would hear something from my mom. Again, it seemed like a conversation I had with my mom just a few months ago. It was almost a little too cozy. It was like thought I was back in the kitchen, you know, talking to her. And I wanted to hear from my brother Owen. I thought he captured the big brother or the closeness that I had with my brother Owen. I wanted to hear from my brother Dean, all of which I thought I did. I just thought it came across very, very real for me.